There's very little as nostalgic in gaming as the original RuneScape. No, the original RuneScape. No, the original RuneScape. That's right, there's a chance you could have started playing in 2001 and still be playing on that very same account to this very day, on a little game we know as RuneScape 3. Quite the controversial game in the RuneScape community, RuneScape 3 has gone through a plethora of changes over the years, changing game styles completely, changing graphical styles, new audio, new bosses, new quests, new areas that are unfamiliar to most old school RuneScape players. What if we went back to the start and revisited it from a new lens? On my main series from launch, I've been playing old school RuneScape as if it was the very beginning. Starting on the 4th of January 2001, I've played through each update one at a time, limiting myself to the content that would have been available. But what would this journey look like on RuneScape 3? What's been changed? What's been added? What's no longer possible? I want to discover that for myself by replaying some of my 2001 journey on this newer iteration of the game. Join me as we revisit from launch, RS3 style. Okay, this is my RuneScape 3 look. I accidentally fucked up the hair somehow. I don't know how that happened. That's not what I selected. It's given me different hair. So that's really, really weird. Obviously, I have to get rid of everything I start with, just like I did. And I need to find a way to get to Lumbridge without breaking as many rules. Now, if you've not watched my series before, you may be unfamiliar with these rules. They're very simple. I intentionally keep them quite vague, but essentially they are: I'm limited to each update's items, locations and NPCs, whatever content was available at the time of the update. I complete each update and move on to the next when all major content is finished, which is all handled on a case-to-case basis. That could be completing quests, obtaining best-in-slot items, etc. This is intentionally vague to make sure that I'm not locking myself into meme grinds for months and months and months and months. That being said, I do try and make as few exceptions as possible. Finally, a special rule for this series: I will use the modern graphics, but I will stick to legacy combat and interfaces until abilities are released, if I get that far. This is just to make sure I'm trying to be as authentic to the time as I can. Now, a side note for this series, there will be some things that are impossible. There's been some things that have been removed or completely reworked, so if I have to do something modern in order to complete something or obtain something that would have been available, I will make those exceptions as and when I need to, but overall I'll try and be as authentic as possible. Let's get this started. So my first goal is to complete all the things that were available on the very first day of the game on the 4th of January 2001, same as I did on old school. So that means Cook's Assistant, Demon Slayer, Restless Ghost, Sheep Shearer. I can't do Romeo and Juliet, unfortunately, as that was replaced by a later quest called Gunner's Ground. I can't find it here, but anyway, it's there. And of course, Shield of Arav. I also want to get myself 40 attack and defense to use adamant armor, as well as 40 mining and 40 smithing to make the armor itself. So it should be a pretty fun grind. Obviously the tiers have changed for smithing, so it's much easier to do those smithing grinds. I'm pretty excited. Let's go ahead and get started with Cook's Assistant to get this all on the road. Cool, so this is pretty much the same as the old school quest. It's just that you can't get any old egg, any old milk, any old flour. You have to get special ones. It's really weird playing RuneScape 3 with this interface. It looks very similar to it did in like 2011, which is pretty cool. One thing about RuneScape 3 as well is you can always see the required items and the rewards before you do the quest, which does raise a question of a lot of these rewards weren't there in RuneScape Classic. So I am going to sort of cross that bridge when we get there. I think coins I'll keep, because coins, you know, it's fine. Anything like 20 sardines like that, I'll just drop. There is a money pouch on this game. You can withdraw from it. So I think I'm going to sort of still keep coins in my inventory and just try and ignore the money pouch where I can. The tool belt's another thing as well. I'm probably going to forget. I'm going to try and not use things. Oh, you can remove things. Oh, you can't. Okay. I'm going to try and ignore this as best I can. I'm probably going to forget. I have played RuneScape 3 enough that it's kind of in my habit to still use a lot of these things, so when I can, I will not use things from here. Yes, here we go. Super large egg, top quality milk, and some extra fine flour. They're all found in the normal places, but I just need to run around and grab them from where they are. I don't think I can turn off this sort of quest helper adjacent kind of thing. It just sort of shows you the vague area you need things from on the map. But I know where I'm going anyway, so I'll just go and grab the things I need. As this is a side series, I'm not going to be doing it while walking. It's just not what I'm looking for with this series. It's more of just like a fun thing. I know on my old school one I was quite strict with that. I'm going to be much less strict with restrictions on this version of the game. I mean, I already have made a lot of exceptions on the old school version as well, but this is not as much a purist one. It's impossible to be that pure anyway because the game is just not the same thing in the slightest. So I'm going to make a few more exceptions here or there just to speed things up a little bit. As it is a side series, I don't want to get too bogged down in the details. It's more about just doing my best to experience the content in the right order. And there we go. That should be extra fine flour. I picked up the wrong egg as well, so I need to go and fix that. Anyway, I need to go get the top quality milk, which is from the field over there. So let me go and get that. It's much harder to click things in this game. I'm not sure why. Also, my performance is terrible. Normally, this game runs quite well for me. For some reason, it's not. I wonder if Legacy is like harder to run or something. I don't know. But yeah, anyway, I'll figure that out and try and get it to run a bit less stuttery. Here you go, bud. Gonna give you all the stuff. There we go. Just holding down spacebar. You bought me everything I need. I am saved. Thank you. Perfect. Lovely. My first quest. There we go. Beautiful. I wonder if there's a way to... Do I have to do this manually every time, or can I... I'm hoping if I keep this in my inventory, it will just, you know, stay in here. But let's drop these because they weren't allowed. I have access to this now. Yeah, there we go. I am considering dropping this, but like I say, I'm not really being that strict. Coins were in the game at the time. The rewards changed. You know, is what it is. But yeah, they did go back and add rewards later on to a lot of the old quests. We're going to encounter this quite a lot where we've got like extra things to collect after doing certain things. There's actually an achievement we got there, Cooks Delights, from claiming that. So we're going to get a lot of those too early, but I can't really do anything about that, unfortunately. Next up is Sheep Shearer, which was not a quest. It was a mini quest. I need weapons before I do the rest of the quest, like Shield of Arav and the Restless Ghost and stuff. So I'm actually going to go and mine and smith that because that was available at launch. Smithing and mining have obviously been completely changed, so I do have to bear that in mind. It does, however, mean that I can go straight to adamant at 40 because it's all been rejigged a little bit, so I will be able to get full adamant straight away. So we're going to sort of work through the tiers pretty evenly as we go. So Lumbridge has like a beginner diary. It's also free to play. I am on free to play worlds, by the way. So I'm going to have to, you know, kind of just ignore when I complete them, the same as I am in my main series. One change in Sheep Shearer is it's black sheep, not just any old sheep. It's only the black sheep that you can actually shear for this one. It's still pretty much the same. I think they've done it just so you have to actually engage with the content, because they're kind of supposed to be tutorial quests, like Cook's Assistant for making a cake and this for shearing and getting wool. So I guess it's to force you to actually engage with the content the quest wants you to, which is interesting. But yeah, I'll just power through this and move on to the next one. Here we go. I'm just going to spin these. I've got too many, I've realised. Only 20. I got 24 for some reason. Don't know why I did that, but I'll just drop the rest. But there we go. This is giving no crafting XP, which is weird. Is that normal? Oh, no, it is. I'm just not used to not having the XP thing up there. That's fine. I am going to include this just because that's a thing that is in old school you can't turn off, and I just like seeing the progress and just knowing how much I'm getting, so I'll leave this on, but that's sort of one of the few sort of RS3isms that I'll keep. I think I've decided just to sort of let myself use the tool belt. It's fine. You know, it's not the end of the world, and like I say, it's not like I'm trying to be super legit here. I'm just sort of more trying to experience the game in order, and I don't even know if I'll do this long term, so... we are going to go mine in Varrock Southeast Mine and smelt in Lumbridge and then smith in Varrock again. There is an anvil in Lumbridge on this game, like a normal anvil, but that was not available at the time, so I'm not going to do that because that does feel like cheating. But we are going to start our mining and smithing journey now. These are a thing called rock opportunities that give you more XP when you click on them. I am going to be ignoring them. We're just going to be going for the normal sort of mining. How it works in RS3 is you just sort of mine one node, they don't disappear, and you just stack them like this. It starts off very AFK. It does get more click intensive if you want to when sort of fatigue comes into play, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. That's not till 15 mining. My first mining level, there is 2 mining, first of many, because I'm pretty sure I'm still going to need to do a pretty big crafting grind on this account. But there we go. It is actually quite slow. I'm not sure I'm going to handle pickaxes yet, because I'm pretty sure moving on to higher pickaxes is the only real way to actually collect the higher ore. It's going to be like impossibly slow with a bronze pickaxe, but I'm going to try it first, and then I'll see if I want to upgrade the pickaxe or not. And there we go, that is all of my ore, up to 4 mining as well. Let's go smelt this and then get it up to Varrock to smith it. So the way it works here is there is like a metal bank kind of thing, where you can deposit things into here. It doesn't take up space in your main bank. Obviously I'm not going to be using that, but that's how it works, which is pretty cool. I honestly really like mining and smithing in this new update here. It is really annoying that I'm not going to be able to use this anvil right here, but it is what it is. So I have run out of run energy. On RS3 there is a rest option to restore it, where you stop and let it recharge, but not using that. Just going to sort of walk and let it recharge naturally. But yes, while I'm here I am going to change my hair. I think you can do that anywhere, not just in Falador. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Aha, but I can change my clothes here. So I'm going to make this look old school as hell. Why will it not stop rotating? There we go. Yes, I love this. I'm going to try and make it look like my old school character as best I can. Cool, that's close enough. I just need to get to Falador when I can and change the hair. But that won't be until I unlock Misthalin. Anyway, let's carry on with what I was doing. So it's how it works on RS3 is you have to heat things first. So for example, let's make a weapon. I'll make a 2H sword. I have to begin making it like this. And then once it's heated to full heat, you start to smith it, and you sort of gradually make it like this. It will sort of have this bar here which shows you how far through it is, and then this bar which is how much heat is left. It will slowly cool down, and you need to keep reheating it when it is slightly harder to work like that, because that'll make it take longer. And it's pretty cool. It works really well. You get XP per hit rather than per item. It takes longer to make one item, but you don't need as many supplies as you usually to level up. It's pretty cool. Nice, there we go. There's my 2H sword. Really, really nice. I'm probably going to use these for a little bit, just for fun. But I will move to sort of sword and shield, I think, just to have sort of the options. And there's my first smithing level. You can also make the full tier of gear from level 1 as well, which is nice. You just get sort of buffs as you level up your smithing to make it easier, which is really cool. But let's keep going till I get full bronze. Perfect, there we go. There is my full bronze with my 2-handed sword. I will make assorted other weapons and things soon. I need to remember I don't have a bank as well for a while, so I'm going to forget that. But yes, I'm going to do this for now. I may switch to a sword and shield as and when I need to. But yes, let's go try our hand at some of the quests. Now I know on RS3 2-handed weapons are pretty good for low level training. I'm not sure if that's the same on Legacy, but we'll see how it goes. But anyway, we're going to go to Father Eric and start the Restless Ghost and get this out of the way. This is functionally the same quest. The only thing that has changed is the location of the skull, which is not in the Wizard's Tower, which you can see in the distance over there. No, it's going to be back over here, sort of more towards Al Kharid way. Oh, and also Ernie's down here too. That's slightly different. Perfect, we have our Ghost Speak amulet acquired. Let's get ourselves back and get this guy's head back. I actually don't know if I'm going to be able to fight this thing. I'm going to try. It's level 7. Ooh. Let's have a go, see what happens. It's not doing too much damage. Well, this weapon's slow, isn't it? Oh dear. Ooh, 8, nice. Maybe I will switch to a sword and shield just for speed, because this is... It's hitting like a truck, but it's... yeah, it's not fantastic. There we go. Greatest cutscene in the world as he goes back into the river, down into the sea, and away. Farewell, sweet prince. Nice, that gives me all of these things, which I'm pretty sure were not available at the time, so unfortunately going to have to just get rid of them, which sucks, but is what it is. Now, did Restless Ghost originally give prayer XP? Let's see. Yes, I can use the lamp because it did give prayer XP originally, so that's great. We can still use that to get up to 2 prayer, which I'll happily take right now. Nothing of note from that, but anyway. Next up we have, I believe, Shield of Arab and Demon Slayer. So let's go to Varrock and we'll do Shield of Arab first. Okay, so Shield of Arab hasn't changed much except for you can do both sides of the quest yourself, which is pretty cool. That's why I'm going to do that. I think you do the Phoenix Guild first, Phoenix Gang first rather, and then the Black Arm Gang afterwards. So I'll power through this and get the reward. Johnny the Beard, I know everyone's celebrating for some reason here, but you are going down, my friend. Perfect, so that is this half of the quest done. Just got to get myself sorted for the Black Arm half. So with the change to this quest as well, you don't actually need to kill the Weapon Master, because you are part of the gang. He just lets you in, you can just climb up and take them, he doesn't care. This is actually a pretty cool little place. Perfect, there we go, both parts of the shield, I think I'm going to use them together. Amazing, the full restored shield. I think it gives the king rolled. Don't need to go to the museum anymore. And then we hand it in. Here we go, and 1200 coins and a quest point. I don't know if we're going to actually be able to have enough quest points by the time we get to Dragon Slayer, but we'll see what happens. So Demon Slayer is a whole different quest entirely, fully remade one, but one I can easily do at my level, I'm pretty sure. So we're just going to give it a good go. You get food from the quest as well, so I can just sort of start it here and go from there. Cool, so I've got to go beneath the church and do these 3 trials of the spirit of the body, faith and mind in order to get Silverlight, which looks really cool in this game. So I'll do the trial of the body first. This one is just fighting loads of skeletons, so time to get cleaning up. Cool, nice and easy, absolutely smashed through that. I'm going to do the faith one next. Cool, this is super easy. It's one where you just have to walk across the chasm listening to this guy. I think this is a tutorialization on like direction, I guess, is what it's meant to be for new players, but it's really easy either way. And this guy just asked me trivia about the very quest that I'm playing, so pretty easy. There we go, so they're going to remove the enchantment, and now I can go full King Arthur and take the sword from the stone. I'm pretty sure I get a cool animation. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Silverlights. Absolutely beast weapon. One-handed sword. I don't have a shield with it, but it looks cool as hell. There's my first combat level. It's 2 attack, which is lovely, with 50 total level milestone. Pretty cool. Cool. Cutscene is popping off. This fight is one that does have more mechanics to it than normal. It's still not that difficult, but definitely one where I have to be a bit more careful and run to the right place. And yeah, basically sometimes he does that, and then you've got to run to this guy and his sort of shield to not get absolutely wrecked by Delrith. So yeah, it's a pretty fun fight. Silverlight is absolutely rinsing this guy. I don't think the orange splat is a max hit, I think it's a critical hit. I'm not certain what the difference is, I don't know enough about how that works, but anyway, I'll be back once I have destroyed this demon. And there we go. That was nice and easy. Nice, here we go. We get some lamps. These I have to get rid of straight away because I don't have access to those. But the lamps are really nice. Let me see if they're actually usable. Unfortunately not. I have to get rid of them. So we'll destroy all of these and go and train it old school style. One thing I didn't even do on my old school version of this game was use the training dummies over here. With these, oh, they're not attackable anymore. That's really sad. Recombat scroll. Huh. Yeah, normally you could have got 5 attack with these, but they've made it non-attackable, so I guess I'll not do that and go and kill goblins instead. Oh, I forgot I couldn't use banks. Ignore that. Pretend you didn't see that. So in fact, before I do that, I am going to get myself a shield and do a bit more mining and smithing. I also do need to do Gunner's Ground, which is the replacement for Romeo and Juliet, which does need 5 crafting. So I'll go and spin some balls of wool, because that had been the only thing I can do at the time. I keep changing my mind, but the mouse over thing, it just feels too modern for what I'm going for. I know I'm being very vague with my rules on this particular series, but I am going to turn that off because it just feels a bit weird. I do have the geodes turned off as well. For anyone familiar with the game, there are things called geodes you can find that give you rewards, but I do have those turned off in the settings so as to not get too many items that I can't use. So this is an example of how crafting wasn't technically out yet, but I need to train it to do a quest that was replaced, if that makes sense. There's going to be a lot of this, especially in the early days of this account. But it's fine, is what it is. And balls of wool sell for 1 coin each, so yeah, we're in the money. Another reason why I'm glad I kept these orbs on is because I can see when I get XP I shouldn't, like how you can get agility XP on a free world in this game. So now that I know that, you know, I'll see if I get XP accidentally, or I'll see if something triggers something. So it's more of a safeguarding thing to make sure I'm not unintentionally getting loads of levels I don't need to get. Every time I'm shearing, I'm stabbing myself through the fucking hand. What the hell is this animation? And here is 5 crafting, which is what I needed for Gunner's Ground, which, as a reminder, is the replacement for Romeo and Juliet. So let's go sell this wool and then figure out what the hell to do with this quest. Okay, so I've got to talk to this guy, this dwarf. I know some quests are voice active, but I don't think this one is, but we'll see what this is about. Cool, so this dwarf is simping over a barbarian, so I've got to get him a special gold ring from here and help him fall in love. So it's pretty much just a rewrite of the same Romeo and Juliet quest. Oh, I had to engrave the ring with a phrase and it got me a level, getting all this illegal XP. Ah, and true love wins. That was actually a really fun little quest. I really liked the writing of it. It was really funny, really nice. What a good time. Lovely, and that's all done. Swanky boots. These are obviously not a thing, but they are very swanky. So I'll have to get rid of those, unfortunately. No fashionscape for me. And of course, Romeo and Juliet did not give XP, so I have to get rid of that as well. It's really rough having to get rid of all of this stuff, but it is what it is. So that is all 6 of the first quests done. All I need to do now is get the combat gear. I need to get full adamant, which I can do by mining and smithing. So I'm just going to go on a big mining and smithing adventure, but I'm also going to train combat as I go, so I'll check in from time to time as and when I get things done. There's level 10 mining coming in. So here's the thing, the salvage. This is something that replaced sort of weapons and armor drops with the mining and smithing update. So I'm in 2 minds whether to pick this up, because it's the same as like picking up weapons and armor at the time and selling them or alching them, but yeah, there's not really much use for these other than to sell, really. So yeah, I'll have a think about what I want to do with that. Interesting. Goblin Mail Camp as a collection log slot. I mean, I don't need this until the Goblin Diplomacy quest comes out, but I'll keep it nonetheless. Never mind, I forgot it wasn't available yet, so no, I will not. And there we go, just finished off 10 attack as well. I'm going to go finish off mining so I can make a full set of iron stuff. That's going to be really fun. I'll go get that done now. Hey, there we go, 10 smithing coming in. I can now make myself some iron. So the thing about RS3 is if your pickaxe is a lot lower level than the mining node, you get a really reduced rate. So unfortunately I might have to bend the rules and make a higher pickaxe, unfortunately, because this is just not going to be practical, I don't think, for what I want to do. So yeah, we're gonna probably make up the pickaxe tiers just in this instance. So one thing about RS3 is that things that you make can have a base sort of level or a +1 level, which is slightly better, essentially. So as I'm allowing myself to make high level pickaxes just so I can actually engage in the content that would have been available, I'm obviously not allowing myself to make the +1s that wouldn't be available until the actual rework is released, if I was to get that far. But yeah. There we go, there is my full iron. I just need to make a weapon better than Silverlight. But yeah, huge, absolutely love the look of that. Really, really nice. One thing about RS3 is that shields are pretty much dead content except for like one defensive ability. But with the mode of Legacy, it's a bit more, you know, accurate to how it used to be. So I'm going to go for the shield and sword look. And also it's just iconic, isn't it? A shield and sword. It's super cool. Anyway, need to go mine some more iron, Probably should sell this actually. Decided I'm also going to sell my runes. I can't bank them yet and there's not that many and I can just buy them when I need them, and money's easier to come by in this game, so yeah, I'm just going to get rid of these. I want the inventory space for all my mining and smithing. And here is 15 mining, which unlocks what's called energetic mining. It's essentially a stamina system. So the more active I click like this to keep this orange bar up, the more likely I am to hit what's called a critical hit, which does more damage to the rock. Because now if you prospect it, it shows you the hit points, the hardness, the multiplier, all of this sort of stuff. So yeah, I should be more active with my mining, and essentially it'll be way better for me. And here we go with the full iron. This should be a lot faster to kill these guys. I should be doing more damage and be unprotected as well. So that is really nice. I forgot to sell these, but I'll just sell it over there at some point. But yeah, this should fly by until 20 when I can get steel. Whoa, that was a lot of fireworks. Got a lot of levels in one go, then 10 prayer and up to 14 on the combat stats. I'm going to stay at goblins till about level 20 melee stats, I think, and then we're going to move on to maybe hill giants and explore Edgefield Dungeon, or if not hill giants, something in there. It's probably better XP, and I'll have the gear to fight them. So, but we'll stay here for now. There we go. There is 20 in my melee combat skills, which means I'm now going to go and sort out my steel armor and weapons. And there is 20 smithing, which means I can now go ahead and sort out my steel armor and weapons. Let's go get that sorted. So I've powered through just on the way back from another smelting trip. I've got the full steel. I'm just going to keep going because I'm quite enjoying this grind through to 30, which is mithril in this game. And then we're going to go find something new to train on. I might go back to Edgefield Dungeon. I might do barbarians because there's food accessible in the long haul. I might try guards. I might just go back to goblins. We'll see how it goes. Huh, this is a new one for me. It's Boric's Book of Metal, whatever that is. This apparently, according to the wiki, is some kind of interface only thing where you unlock it by mining different ores and you randomly find pages of a book. Really interesting. I will just ignore that for now. And there we go with 30 smithing. That means I can now go and make mithril, but first we need to go and kill a lot of stuff to get the levels for it. Slight side quest. I am going to get some wood cutting levels and burn the logs for some fire making XP. I can only use normal logs as per what was available at the time, but I do want to be able to use the adamant hatchet, which would have been the equivalent of the adamant axe, which was there at release. So we're going to go ahead and get that sorted. According to that achievement, I've collected 1,000 resources from provision skills. Interesting. And there is 30 woodcutting, which means I can use a mithril axe, which I will sort out as soon as I have finished killing stuff for 30 combat. Right, so here I am in Edgefield Dungeon. Looks very different. I'm going to decide what to kill. Now, I'm probably going to go for the highest level thing that is reasonable without killing me. I'm thinking of going for the hobgoblins over here, because I think they're going to be pretty good. Oh, these skeletons are aggressive. Level 32 for some of them, though, which is a bit much. This could be another option as well. Or zombies. I'll have a play around and see what works best. Okay, so the hobgoblins are kicking my ass a little bit. I'm going to grab the key here. God, it's really hard to click in this game. And I'm going to kill some of the lower level things in here. Like maybe the zombies or the skeletons at the front, because I'm getting my ass kicked a little bit. I don't have really a great way of getting food right now until I unlock fishing. So that'll have to do. I'm actually thinking about killing barbarians because they seem to give quite a good amount of XP per kill. And I can get cooked meat from the long haul over there, and they sometimes drop it too. So this might be a good shout. I mean, let's see, just to double check how much they give. I mean, on controls, XP across all of them, that's pretty good. It's like 75 XP per one or something like that. So, like total across the 3 combat skills. So, might go for this. This steel hits like a truck. Yeah, I feel so powerful right now. Right, I've got some food. It's only cabbages, but it's what I can get quite quickly and easily. I'm going to go back down here and try hobgoblins again. Or maybe even a hill giant. Just see what happens. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? First of all, this place looks cool as hell with this update. The graphics update, I mean. Really, really cool. But second of all, these things do go down. They do hit pretty hard, but I mean, I can go and get cabbages pretty easily. And I'm thinking these are going to be pretty good XP. I don't know how much it's going to be, but we'll see. I mean, that was like 70 XP in each skill-ish. That's crazy. Those things are definitely worth killing. Need to make sure that I'm eating a lot of food. That uncut ruby is a 1 in 2k drop, which I can't pick up yet. And I'm still not sure how I'm going to get my strength amulet, so that's annoying. And there we go, 30 in all my melee combat styles. That unlocks mithril. Time to go make it. Mithril armor looks really weird in this game. It looks really miniature, like this short sword and shield. This is a long sword, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, long sword, and it's tiny, and yeah, really bizarre. Even the pickaxe is tiny, like, what the hell? This is glitched. That's the smallest pickaxe I've ever seen in my life. And there we go, there is 40 smithing and 40 mining, which is lovely. That is the last thing I need for adamant. Just gotta go and get my stats up in woodcutting and combat enough to use it. And there is 40 woodcutting, beautiful. Just me and my cabbages unable to pick up the big bones, but here we are training our melee skills up to 40. They do hit pretty hard, but I can also hit pretty well with my mithril as well, so we're just going to stick around here until they're all done. Just killing a mixture of things down here because hill giants are hitting me quite hard. I am now that I have the inventory space free after doing smithing and woodcutting, going to pick up and collect runes and things like that, and then salvage I'll just sell because it's the equivalent of things like daggers or swords or armor pieces. So yeah, anything from the era or the equivalent of, I will just sell, except for runes, which I'll keep. This is interesting. Obviously not going to fight it because it's technically not an available thing, but I don't know what this is, so I'm going to have to look into this. There's a 1 in 1000 chance elite mob on the 27th of July 2015 it was released. Elite monster spawns. Interesting. So basically it just has better drops, I guess. Yeah, I'm going to have to just ignore it, but that's pretty cool. 40 attack strength and defense achieved. Nice. So I've had to cheat a little bit. The only place to get the secondary for adamant that I can access vaguely is the Dwarven Mine. Technically wasn't out yet, but neither was Luminite at all. But in order to actually get my hands on adamant stuff to make it, I'll need to smelt it, which means I need to mine it. So here we go. This is one of the exceptions of having to use modern things to do an old bit of content, just like this. So I found out about this Nashroth guy in Lumbridge. He lets you block XP from any skills that you don't want to gain XP in. So what I'm going to do is just go through and block XP in any skills that weren't out yet. Obviously I have to get some crafting XP for that quest that I wanted to do. So, you know, that's fine. But now I've got nothing to worry about. I can just block all of these skills that I can't use yet and leave me just the ones that I can. So I think that's it. I don't think I've missed anything. No, that is beautiful. I wish this was here in old school. That'd be amazing. And there we go. We have the full adamant. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, that looks beautiful. Oh, shit. Did I accidentally make it? Okay, well, I'll at least add these to the tool belt. And I'll go and get some more adamant ore, I guess. That's really annoying. In fact, fuck it. I'm just going to buy the longsword. I've suffered enough. I'll just have to drop this, unfortunately. But yeah, this looks amazing. This is probably the best looking one so far, actually. The metal looked a bit goofy, but this looks cool as hell. Added the others to my tool belt, so that's all sorted. Let me just grab it from here. Please don't be too expensive. Oof, 6k. It's fine. I can afford it. Still got 34k left. Hell yeah. Oh, that looks good. Oh my god, look at this champion. Looking absolutely fly walking down the Varrock High Street. Oh my god. Hell yeah. After selling this stuff, I should get a good amount of money back. Oh, never mind. Not anywhere as much as I thought, but it's fine. We will just sell it and move on. But there we go. There is January 4, 2001 fully complete. We've got our best in slots. We've got all the quests done. It's time to move on. The next updates we're looking at are the 21st and 28th of January consecutively. On the 21st we unlock scimitars, so I'm on the way to buy an adamant scimitar now. And then we've got Draenor Manor, which comes out with the Ernest the Chicken quest first, and then just afterwards Vampire Slayer. On a side note, look how beautiful the graphics are, especially with the draw distance in the background, with the city coming in. Just what a stunning game this is, honestly. Some of the newer areas just look incredible. Anyway, let's go buy everything we need and get questing. Here we are with my new adamant scimitar, approaching Draenor Manor. This place looks crazy. Beautiful. Let's see what Veronica wants. Incredible. We're going to get ourselves into Draenor Manor, which looks amazing here. I love the new trees, and the whole vibe is really cool. Oh, gravestone. What's that? The victim's killer. Interesting. We'll ignore that for now. Let's go in and see what happens. This place looks so cool. Oh, the ghosts look really cool in this game. I actually really like that you can still see outside when you're in a building like this. And oh man, look at that skybox. It's crazy. I love that. What the hell is that in the sky? Okay, I'm not going to worry about that. There he is. There's old Ernest. Let's see what Professor Odenstein wants. Cool, got to repair the machine and find the 3 parts. Let's go have a look around. Here we are, just killing fish for just 1 item. A bit savage. I swear the layout's changed this place a little bit, but in here I think I can use this key that I found in the compost heap. Let's kill this skeleton. Oh, 1 shot, beautiful. And there is a 2nd item we need. This is crazy. Secret doors and stuff. Let's go down, and I didn't want to use a guide originally when I did this puzzle, but I'm not going to stand here and solve this. I'm just going to use a guide, so let's power through. Lovely, that was nice and easy. Just going to talk to him and end the quest. Ah, there we go. Ernest is rescued, and I get a bunch of stuff. I'm going to keep the coins, but I will get rid of the eggs and feathers, seeing as they were not available at the time. But beautiful. Let's move on to the next update and the next few quests. This quest hasn't changed that much from its original counterpart. We still end up with this vampire slaying gear and some garlic, and we're going to go and try it. I shouldn't need food at this level, and this gear I should be completely fine, but let's see what happens. This place looks cool as hell. Right, let's open this and do battle with the Count. Never mind. That was literally so easy. 3 hits and he's down. Perfect. Oh. Oh my god, that was violent as hell. Hell yeah. Sit, idiot. Oh wow, that's really cool. Hell yeah. Let's go hand this in. Beautiful. There we go. It gives us a lamp for any combat skill, I think above level 10, instead of just attack. I'm going to keep it to the original quest and put it into attack though, just to sort of, maintain some integrity. But there we go, let's move on. And there is January completed. On to February. First of all, we have the 5th of February 2001. Very simple, Varrock Sewer, pretty iconic place. All we need to do here is get some red spider's eggs to make a strength potion, and I'll probably kill a mosh giant while I'm down there and just see if it's changing in any meaningful way. Following on from this, we have a couple of quests to do. We have an updated version of Imp Catcher, which has been completely reworked, and then something interesting. Prince Ali Rescue was replaced by 2 quests. One, a free-to-play quest called Stolen Hearts, and second, a members quest called Diamond in the Rough. I'm going to do both of these quests because technically they both replace Prince Ali Rescue, and I'll need the quest points later on for Dragon Slayer. This one is fully voice acted, which is really cool. It's got cutscenes. It's a pretty fun quest. The writing's not fantastic, but you'll see, it's a really good time. Let's get started with these quests, and then we can move on to something else. Cool, so for this update, we are down in Varrock Sewer. It looks very different. Oh my god, this looks really cool. I think it's still all the same direction, but wow. This is great, I love the design of this place. Wow, this looks so different. Can I just pass this now? Like, just climb through it? Weird. So you don't need a knife anymore, you just squeeze through it. Ah, perfect, there we go. It took a few tries, but there we go. Right. Deadly red spiders are level 95, holy shit. Level of mosh giants, 40. Okay, so we can definitely kill those at least. Let's go ahead and kill ourselves a moss giant right next to this strange purple cauldron. Once we kill one of these, we'll pick up a red spider's egg, and we'll go get ourselves a limpwort root as well in order to get that strength potion. Beautiful, went down nice and easy. Big bone's still not out yet, so can't pick up those. That's a good amount of earth runes as well. Perfect. Red spider's eggs time, and just go get the limpwort root. Let's go ahead and get that sorted. Hey, there we go, limpwort root in just a couple of kills. That is perfect. Let's go get ourselves our first potion on RS3. Here we go. Can you make me a strength potion? Oh, nope. My hands were not in the right place on the keyboard. Let me try that again. Perfect. Can you make me a strength potion? Spider's eggs and limpwort root and 5 coins. It's very reasonable. There we go. Perfect. And another achievement done as well. Beautiful. I'll keep hold of this for now. That will probably come in useful at some point. Let's keep on going through the updates. So for this quest I need myself a bowl of hot water, which was not released until one small favour, but again, as I need to do Imp Catcher, which was technically released in 2001, I need to make the exception to get the item. Oh, would help if I actually use the water on the range. There we go. Perfect, that's everything I need. Man, the Wizard's Tower looks crazy in this game. Look at that. It looks so cool. Absolutely majestic. Right, we're going to go and find this quest. I know you can't go and kill imps anymore. I think there's like different challenges you have to do in order to get each colour bead. So let's go and find out what they are, and it shouldn't be too difficult. Here he is, Wizard Mizgog. There we go, Imp Catcher accepted. Perfect. We're going to go to each of the altars, the rune crafting altars, and speak to imps there and get their beads. Let's go ahead and get exploring. Interesting how these imps aren't voice acted, but yet the dude in the tower was. That's really weird. Perfect is not very well, so that's why I had to give him the bowl of hot water for, so he could breathe in the steam and feel better. Beautiful. The imp looks nauseous. Do you want to hear what's next? Ugh. That's disgusting. That's really gross. What the fuck? Oh shit. That was so quick, I didn't even get a chance to press record, but yeah, he just fucking attacked me, and I killed him in like one hit, and I think he's gonna, yeah, I get it, they're all gonna throw up their beads. Great, there we go. 2 more to go after this, so that's pretty good. Melancholic imp, okay, he's not feeling very good. What's making you so miserable? Oh, okay, I think you've got to sort of cheer him up. I think you've got to keep asking him questions and responding to him and making sure that he feels good. And being encouraging, that's actually quite wholesome. And of course, a 3rd bead is thrown up upon me. Of course it is. Okay, and our 4th imp is... oh, Sanguine Imp. Interesting. So I've got to race this guy around the altar. I think this is like a Grand Theft Auto driving sort of mission. Like the races in San Andreas. This is weird. Very not RuneScape, but okay, it's cute, I guess. And there we go. What a loser. That should be the last bead we need. Oh, cute. The little cutscene has stayed the same. That's really nice. I really like that. Ooh. And some magic stuff is going on. Very, very cool. And there's another quest complete with my new Amulet of Accuracy. That is amazing. I love that. I will use this as that was available in the original. So let's get that magic XP. Perfect. And actually have an amulet that I can use, which is beautiful. I'm pretty sure this gives stats not just for like range. I'm pretty sure it gives stats for other things too. Yeah, it seems to. That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's great. Cool, so we're going to do Stolen Hearts, which is here in Draenor. This replaces Prince Ali Rescue. And to start it, we've got to speak to Ozan here. Hey. Perfect, so we're infiltrating a gang on behalf of Ozan to find their secret plan. Let's go have a look. Well, this place is interesting. Seedy underground bar in Draenor. This is really cool. Interesting, so I've got like a stalking kind of mission. This is really cool. So I've got to kind of follow him to the secret HQ without being spotted. That's really interesting. Now. Perfect, well here we are. We've stalked him and found out where he has his main base operations. Okay, so he's told us they're taking Prince Alley to the west by the shore, and Ozan's following me. Oh, cool. They're over here. Nice. Oh shit, it's getting real. The Skull's mercenaries are feuding with these strange people who are... oh my god. Oh damn, the cutscenes are really cool. And the sky with the stars and stuff. Got the old wizard tower in the background though. But yeah, that was crazy. Oh. Okay, let's fight. Oh. That was very, very easy. Just grab all these bits. Perfect. Oh, ransom note. Perfect. So finally we're going to go to Alcarid, warn them of the capture of Prince Ali, and see what we can do about it. Let's get ourselves over there. This is kind of like agility rooftops on OSRS. It's really interesting. Trying to sneak into the palace and doing some Assassin's Creed shit. This is really fun. Oh my god, there's a cat up here. Please say I can pet the cat. No. Oh. What a cute baby. Here we go. We're breaking in.
I'll tie up a rope.
Okay, so we've got to try and find this diamond in here. I've got some scales. I've got a note here. Ah, okay. Let me have a read of this. Aha, I know this puzzle. It's like a weight puzzle. I've seen this in other things. And the way you solve this is, there's one that's heavier, so one of these has the diamond we're looking for, basically. What you do is, you just fill randomly, well not randomly, you sort of track it. Yeah, perfect. They're all the same, so that means there's not a heavier one. It has to be in one of these three. So then what I do is I take these off, like so, and then we just try any one of these two, like this. And that one's heavier. So there we go. Easy as that. That one has the diamond. Okay, so I think I just use this on the pedestal like this. And oh, the diamond's there. Never mind. Okay, I thought it was inside of it because of the wording, but that's all good. Beautiful. Perfect. That was the quest done. Got some XP lamps. And oh, I am including the diamond in the rough quest as part of the Prince Ali quest. That's because there is one quest I can't do because of the timeline not making sense. But these two quests replace that one quest, and it will give me enough quest points if I literally do all of these for Dragon Slayer. If I miss it, I won't be able to do Dragon Slayer, which is obviously the most important quest on the free-to-play game. So I'm going to make another exception and hop to a members world to do Diamond in the Rough. Okay, so Osman is actually helping us. He's got us back in here and allowing us to take the diamond because he wants to get the prince back, even though the Emir told us not to before he died. So, interesting. We're going to take the heavyweight with us because I was right. The actual diamond was in there. Look at me go. And then we're going to climb our way out and head into the desert. This is an example of old content being redone, which then means I have to sort of access things that wouldn't have been out in 2001. But in order to, you know, still do this quest, which was replacing the old one, I need to go into the desert. So I have to sort of hand wave that one, unfortunately. Oh, no way. Please say it's going to be like Assassin's Creed. Oh, hell yeah. Please say it's going to be... Oh, that's so cool. Hell yeah. That was pretty cool. Shanti gave us some free supplies after being a bit weird and talking strangely. But here we are, heading into the desert for the first time. Cool. I mean, this is a pretty easy puzzle. Het, human, yeah. Just got to move the light to the right place. And I'm pretty sure that the light will point us in the right direction. I'm pretty sure that's how I understood the puzzle. So cool. We're just going to keep on going through this and seeing where it leads us. I guess before the draw distance was so high, that would have been a much more interesting thing, but I can literally see the next sundial like here, so it's what it is. Ooh, it's all cutscene time. Oh shit. Been ambushed. Okay, well, I guess it's time to wreck some shit. Oh shit, just rose out of the fucking sand, what the hell? Damn. Yep, as expected, it is time to fight people. I mean, literally. Oh, tuna. That wasn't even out yet, so I can't pick that up, that's a shame. But I'll grab the bones. And leave the tuna. Nice. Oh shit, we're sinking through quicksand. Gonna try different options. I have a feeling this isn't gonna work. But we'll see what happens. Yep, there we go, sinking below. Ah, yeah, into a little chamber. There we go. It was glowing and sparkling and... little beetle. I think it's a dung beetle rolling away. Do I need to remember where it goes? This... Can I move? Top left, okay. Okay, so you need to go find that diamond. Now, it went down this way, so I think that... Is it going to be like going through remembering which way it goes? It might get harder. It's like a Simon Says thing. Oh. Weird. Let's just try that again. Because that's really weird. I've come out this way. Oh, I've got a different one now. Weird.
Having fun there?
That's really, really weird. What if I go just the way I've came, like this? Right, okay. That was pointless. But there we go. The sundial now works. What was it again? Crondis. Crondis is a crocodile, right? Perfect. I think the green's a good thing. Okay, so it's this one. I guess that's where the beetle came from originally, so that makes sense. Maybe it's like a maze that you can't see, and yeah. Or maybe you just had to do that before you could decide.
Don't go so fast.
Oh.
My leg still hurts. Just need to walk it off. I'll be fine.
Right, okay, so yeah, one of these is the one that stole away the diamond. So I've got to try and figure that out. I'm just going to cut random ones like this. Okay, give me a tuner. Right, I can't see any of that sparkling that I saw before. Is it just luck? Do I just need to look harder? Am I just bad at this? Let's find out. Aha, this one's sparkling. Perfect. Oh.
Well, it's not a diamond, but it's a promising start.
So can't use a sapphire. I think the fact there was dialogue indicates maybe it's just like a cycle to go through that I need to find gems. But we'll keep cutting and see what happens. This one is glowing too. Is it any better? Aha! Perfect. Oh, perfect. Got the diamond and Leela gave us a ladder to climb out of. Let's go and get back to the surface. And here's our last sundial for Scarboras, who is the scarab, appropriately.
Okay.
Cool, I think this is looking like the final encounter with Lady Kelly herself. This message makes me feel a bit personally attacked. Oh shit, it's a mascot, the Devourer. I remember that from the Smoking Kills quest back in the day. But damn. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a boss fight of some kind. Hell yeah. Oh, this cutscene is so cool. Yeah, I think I'm fighting these two guys. This is so cool. Okay, let's do this. So, other mechanics of this, let's have a look. Or is it just sort of fighting? I seem to be hitting quite low. Dervish. I guess move out of the way. Oh, no shit, hit me. Oh, okay, yeah. Move out of the way. Got it. So Dervish means run away. A sunburst. Oh shit, what does that mean? Okay, I'm sort of clicking on stuff. Oh, and he's dead. Okay, that was easy enough. And this guy... just going down pretty easy, actually. Oh, nice. That was really, really easy. Beautiful. Beautiful. I think this is all done. I think it's just a case of freeing Prince Ali. Prince Ali Mirza. He's got a last name here. That's great.
Thank you, my friend.
I hope those crazy lovebirds make it work. Hey, there we go. Completed Diamond in the Rough, which is the equivalent of the full Prince Ali rescue quest completed. Can get rid of these lamps. But yeah, let's move on to what is next. A lot of the first few months of RuneScape's life are actually pretty devoid of content updates. There are some update posts here and there, but a lot of them revolve around back-end systems or new systems to keep accounts safe. In terms of new content, there's only really two over March and April that I'm that bothered about. The first one's on the 17th of March 2001, which introduced the Cooks Guild. For this, I'll need 32 cooking, as well as a chef's hat to enter. This gives us things such as pies and jugs of wine in addition to food, which is much better than the kebabs I've had previously. In addition to this, we have Asgarnia. This is a pretty big expansion, gives us things like Falador, Port Sarim, Ice Mountain and a few surrounding areas. There are 4 new quests added at this time. Doric's Quest, Witch's Potion, the Knight's Sword and what was originally Black Knight's Fortress. This quest is a bit different in the modern game, it's now called the Death of Chivalry. For older quests I have been completing the modern equivalents, this is one I will not be including. This completely ruins the canon of the game, as the death of chivalry is set in the 6th age, following quite a major story beat in a much later quest. I have figured out that because of Prince Annie Rescue being split into 2 quests, I can complete Dragon Slayer without this quest, so I'm going to hold off on this one until it properly releases, not to spoil the timeline of the game. This means there's only 3 of those quests that I'll need to do from this update to finish it. There's no actual content in terms of drops really coming out for me, as the addition of salvage with the mining and smithing rework means not many things need to be dropped and I can smith everything I need. This means that I am flying through this much quicker than I was in old school RuneScape. However, let's go and explore the new content I have available. I'm very excited to get stuck into Asgarnia again. I think on RS3, these old areas have been really rejuvenated and look amazing, and you'll see what I mean when we get to Asgarnia. Okay, so I am going to need to get 32 cooking for this update to get into the Chef's Guild, Cook's Guild, whatever it's called. We're going to do this with cows, just to get ourselves some good XP, and then I'm just going to sell the cooked meat as I go. But yeah, this should be a pretty quick grind, and pretty much like 1 or 2 hitting most of these cows. This is crazy fast. There is 10 cooking coming in, there is 20 cooking coming in, 12 more levels to go. There we go, there is 30 cooking coming in, 2 more levels to go. That's a pretty big level. And this should be the last one. Yep, perfect. There is 32 cooking. That is amazing. Need to get ourselves a chef's hat, which I'll do by killing some goblins. Let's go ahead and see how lucky we get on the drop of this. Hey, there we go. A chef's hat dropped pretty quickly as well, so that's great. One thing I didn't do when I did my old school journey is make wine, which I think is the best thing that I can make. So we'll be trying to do that as well. I think pies are a separate thing. Apple pie is like lower than that, I think. Yeah, 30. But wine also came out at the same time as this, so we're going to go ahead and get some more cooking XP, but first of all, let's visit the Cook's Guild and see if there's a good way to train cooking in there before we just stick with what we're doing. Here we go, let's get ourselves into here. Oh, I forgot to wear the hat. There we go. Perfect, this is lovely. So there's a range in there, but you can't get in there until much later with the diaries, well, and on membership. Second floor has cooking apples, which is really good for apple pies. Ranges here, pretty good. And I think there's also, yeah, there are grapes in here, so I don't necessarily need to keep these really. A jug to make the wine, really good. I'm not sure where the nearest, oh, there's wheat there, so maybe apple pies are the best way to do it. Let's have a look and see how easy it is. Well, this is pretty easy, so you just make pastry dough like this. Use that on the pie dish, I think. Add apples to it like this. Oh, yeah, that's really easy. Oh, nice. Okay. And then the pie dish stays full is the only thing. I mean, that's pretty cool. Let's make a couple of these. Right, so I'm definitely trying to sort of industrialize this a little better and make sure that I've got, you know, a good system here. Because I'm trying to wait for the pie dish to respawn as and when I take from things and find, like, the best order to do it in. It is a bit finicky, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be better XP than just beef. And even if it's not, it's a bit of a break from doing the same thing, so I'll take it. Whoa, okay, these are like 130 XP each. Obviously, annoyingly, I'm going to burn more of these. Oh, shit. Oh my god, really? Okay, 130 XP is crazy, though. Okay, yeah, I will do this to 35, because even though I'm burning quite a lot, that's really good. Damn. Hopefully this doesn't burn. Hey, there we go, 35 cooking. That is lovely. We can now brew wine. So let's go upstairs here. And I'm pretty sure, yep, there was grapes and there's a jug. Beautiful. Just going to climb to the bottom here just to speed this up. There we go. We go jug on there. Grapes there. Grapes there. There we go. Unfermented wine. I think we'll just wait for this to happen, so we'll just sit and chill and wait. Oh, there we go. 200 XP. Oh my god. That's really good XP. Okay, well, any more cooking we need to do? Jug of wine is the way forward. Beautiful. Let's go sell all of this, but if we need food, we've got pies and wine we can make now for any grinds we might need to do in the near future. And here we are arriving at the beautiful city of Falador. Wow, this place looks stunning. Very first thing I'm going to do is fix my absolutely terrible haircut that somehow got accidentally picked when I made the character. And then we're going to get on with the quests. Let's have a look around. There we go, that's much better. Feel more like myself. That is lovely. Now time to hide it with a helmet forever. Okay, so we're here to talk to Doric to try out the replacement for Doric's quest.
It's over. It's over.
Okay, so yeah, I have to go and collect some high quality copper and tin for Doric from some places listed on this map, which is pretty cool. So we're going to head ourselves over to the Dwarven Mine first, then go over to Varrock and get these ones done, and then walk away over to Rimington, and then come back up this way. It's probably the best way to make that work. So I have been here before when I had to get some of the Illuminite to make my adamant armour, but yes, this place is very different from old school. It's similar layout, but it just looks really cool. Obviously, like some of the newer content, like Summoning Obelisk, I think that is, and a new dungeon over there. The main reason I'm here is I think I just mine just any of these like this. And does it? Ah, yeah, perfect. There we go. That was easy enough. Cool, so I've got to try and mine the ore, and then the monsters that appear drop the high quality ore. Interesting. Noted. God, this forest is beautiful. These trees look amazing, and the shadows and the skybox. What a pretty game. Here we are at Varrock West Mine. This should do the same thing. Yep, perfect. There we go. Get wrecked. And here at Varrock West Mine, there we go. These things literally die in one hit. It's clear I'm quite over leveled for this. The way the light comes from the sky and down through things is just crazy. It looks so good, honestly. And the way the skybox changes in different areas, getting a different feeling. It's just, man, I really like the way this game looks, especially the really modernized areas. It's really, really cool. Oh, hello, there's a cutscene at Rimington Mine. What's this about? Concealed Dwarf, Dark Wizard Elijah. So there's a wizard and a dwarf casting spells on the rocks. Weird. Definitely seems a bit sus. Okay, so now we've got to smith these into something. I think I need to withdraw from here. Perfect. It's basically like a tutorial for smithing, I guess, and mining, which is interesting. So let's see what happens after this. This might be the end of the quest, if it's similar to the old one, or there might be more, because there is sort of a plot with the wizard. We'll see how it goes. Okay, yeah, there's definitely a lot more to this than in old school. There's like a whole thing. I've got to go and get this finished at the Artisan's Workshop, which is sort of like an update to the Mining Guild, I guess. And then get an audience with Ceramic Vase. There's, yeah, quite a lot going on here. Current respect 0%. I mean, don't have to worry about this until very far in the future, but interesting. It's like a minigame. Weird visual bug going on here. Oh, okay, it's kind of flicking in and out. Weird. But yes, Falador looks beautiful. Look at the park and the trees, and I like how all the buildings kind of look different depending on which kingdom you're in. I've noticed this is very different to Varrock, but kind of similar to Port Sarim, but still a bit different. It's really cool. I really like it. The absolute scandal. It was Boric plotting it the entire time. Revenge against his dad. Very Shakespearean. Interesting. So I've got to sort of push the conversation to get rid of the family conflict, like a health bar. That's actually quite a cool idea, so I've got to choose my options quite carefully. Okay, so now they're going into business together as Doric and son, and they want me to do some bits. So they want me to make some things, which I'm going to do now. Luckily, it does the old school style of smithing when you just click it once and it does it. You don't need to go through the whole thing of heating and forging and everything. Just make it like that. They also want me to go down here and clear out the underground bit because they want to expand. So, oh, this is really cool. I think I just have to mine this out the way, and that should be everything I need to do. Great, yeah, I think that's everything. So I'll climb back up the stairs, and I think this hopefully will be the end of the quest. I don't imagine there'll be much more than this, unless I need to go and find that dark wizard or something. This is really wholesome. A nice little opening ceremony for all these happy dwarves and humans. They look a bit disturbed though, but still. Oh, I'm going to cut the ribbon. Lovely. Wish I could have cut the ribbon. Beautiful. So there we go. We have completed What's Mine Is Yours, which is the equivalent of Doric's quest. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the other of the quests that were available, except for the one that replaced Black Knight's Fortress because of the reasons we discussed. Let's go do Witch's Potion. At least Falador Castle stopped bugging out on me. That was really strange. At least it looks more normal now, aside from all the Halloween decorations. Oh, and there is Sea Shanty 2 unlocked. What an iconic moment. Not as iconic in RuneScape 3, but it's still pretty cool. Hopefully Betty still sells the same thing she normally does. I have a newt. Does not sell meat. Oh, that'll be in the food shop. I'm dumb. Man, one thing about it is that it looks very crowded with how big the boats are and how cramped the docks look. That's the only thing that looks a bit weird. Like there's no physical way for all of these boats to actually get in or out of this place. But it's fine. We can just pretend that's not happening. And there we go. We've got our burnt meat, which is stackable in this game, which is odd. There we go. We got ourselves some burnt meat. Just need to get ourselves the rat's tail, but I think you need to start the quest before you can get that. So let's head on over here. Interestingly, it is a mini quest in this game. It doesn't give you any quest points. It just gives you magic XP. Nothing else. So yeah, very interesting. Perfect. Here we go. Accept the quest. She's going to help us get better at bringing out our dark side, or get magic XP as it's known. Just need to give us some ingredients. So I've got 3 of them and just need the rest. So I've got 3 of them and just need the rat's tail, as I said, which should be able to get from somewhere over here. And there we go. Drink from the cauldron completes the mini quest. Super short, and already up to 10 magic, which is amazing. I think that was more XP than normal, right? That seemed like it was a lot. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to take it. No, it wasn't more XP. Weird. I guess I just lost track of how much I had. But there we go. 10 magic already, which is beautiful. One challenge I'm going to have with magic in this version of the game is that I am going to be nerfed by not having better magic gear. It's such a gear dependent game, so we're going to have to figure that out really. We'll see how it goes. For now, let's go ahead and do the Knight's Sword. Perfect. As far as I can tell, this quest should be the same. So I've taken the quest here. I need to go to Varrock. While I'm there, I'll pick up a couple of, well, the red berry pie. I'll make a couple in case I burn it. And I'll also grab the iron bars that I'll need as well. And that should save me another trip back to Varrock, I believe. Okay, thanks Raldo. He's just told me about the red berry pie thing, so let's go ahead and get one made. I'm going to pick a bunch of grain from the field by the Cook Guild and just... I don't want to risk burning one, you know, it's really annoying, so I'll just sort of make a few and hopefully that'll be enough. To be fair, it's like quite quick to make them in here, so I'll just do them one at a time and hopefully I'll get lucky. It shouldn't be too bad. Oh, that was annoying when you accidentally make a pizza base instead. Damn, that was annoying. Was not paying attention. Let's try that again. Okay, come on. Don't burn. Don't burn. Thank God for that. There's nothing more humbling than walking in this game when you're out of energy. But I'm glad that I decided not to walk in my RS3 version of this playthrough because, yeah, it's pretty and everything, but yeah, this is awful. It feels worse in this game somehow. I don't know how it feels worse in this game compared to old school. In old school, I don't mind walking. Genuinely, if anything, I quite enjoy it. But in this game, it just feels awful. Perfect. And I'm going to go back to Falador to get myself a picture of the sword. It's weird. It does feel like a bigger map on RS3, even though it's the same map. And if anything, it should feel smaller because, you know, you get the draw distance kind of shows how close things are, like how Wizard's Tower is just there. You know, how, you know, that is Tatley, I think, over there, I believe. Oh no, that's the Crafting Guild. But still, it's like, it feels smaller visually, but then in terms of actually getting around, it feels bigger. I don't know how to explain that, but that's just how I feel about it. Cool, so this is pretty much the same. Just need to climb up here and get myself to his room. I think it's in here, I believe, is where it is. If it's in the same place anyway, it should be. And that's the Spanfipple, that's a really weird name. But yeah, it should just be in here somewhere. Perfect, in and out, and got myself the picture, so I'm just going to head on over, back down to Mudskipper Point to give it to the dwarf. Perfect, just need to go under here and get the blue right. I'm excited to see what this looks like. I wonder if they've updated this or whether they've kept it sort of in that kind of RSHD 2008 look. We'll see, I guess, in a second. Oh, it's just loading. I might turn loading screens off. Oh no, it is updated. Ooh, this is really cool. Damn, those torches really pop off. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, yeah, this place is really interesting. I love the way this looks. This is really cool. It's really pretty. Ice Giants down here, Ice Warriors are down here. Damn, it's kind of kicking my ass a little bit. Let's mine this blue right. Let's kill an Ice Giant while I'm down here as well, because technically that's part of, part of this update. I want to see how feasible they are to fight. Oh, that's a lot of XP. Damn. Anything good they drop? Jug of wine. I mean, I need that. Thank you very much. Did technically get an achievement, but that's fine. Hell yeah, love that. Big Bone's still not out yet, so just gonna get the hell out of here. They might be a viable training option, especially now I've got better access to pies and to good food. When I get banks, that could be a decent way to get some melee training, because that was crazy XP. Perfect, got ourselves the blue right sword. How's it look on this game? Pretty much the same as an old school. Maybe slightly not as cool, weirdly, because it looks very old school compared to the modern look of everything else, so... But yeah, oh well. Let's go give this in and get myself that beautiful smithing XP drop. Hey, there we go. It comes in the form of a lamp in this one, but still beautiful. Let's use it. Ooh, that was nice. 3 smithing levels. I mean, at that level, that's huge. Means that when I need to make rune, I'm only 7 levels away, so I'll take it. I'll take it indeed. The next month of updates is May 2001, starting on the 8th. This gives us the Goblin Diplomacy quest, which is the exact same as its old school counterpart, as well as new abilities within the crafting skill. The pottery update is pretty much useless for us, but the jewellery update is very interesting. In the future this will allow us to make something like an Amulet of Strength or an Amulet of Power. For now, I'll want to make a ruby amulet to get an Amulet of Strength. In old school I went all the way to an Amulet of Power eventually, but in RS3 it's much harder to get uncut gems playing by the From Launch playstyle. I can use gem rocks or open geos to try and get them, but it's not quite in the spirit of the game mode, though I am making some exceptions such as the tool belt and running. Using actual in-game content doesn't feel the same. My best bet at getting gems on this game mode is going to be using the gem rare drop table. Some monsters have a chance of dropping uncut gems in a very rare drop chance. This is what I'm going to do. However, I am considering diamonds a bit too rare and meme grind adjacent. In general, the Amulet of Strength is going to be more useful for me anyway, and by the time I have better access to gems, I'll probably be going for a Glory Amulet anyway, so the Amulet of Strength is a good placeholder for now. This means I'll need to get a Ruby Amulet to consider the 8th of May complete. The next content update we're interested in is the 24th of May 2001. This gives us access to new magic and new prayers. Specifically, we're interested in the enchantment spells that allow us to enchant the amulets we've just made. I want to make sure I can get an Amulet of Strength. Like I say, if I get lucky enough to get a diamond, I will grind up for the Amulet of Power, but for now, the Amulet of Strength will do. All in all, this makes our goals fairly simple for me. First of all, we'll need 50 crafting to make a ruby amulet. Second of all, we'll want 47 magic so we can boost using a Wizard's Mind Bomb 49 in order to use level 3 enchant and make the Amulet of Strength, and of course we'll need to grind any monster that has access to the gem rare drop table. I'm hoping for something that isn't too hard to kill and has a decent drop rate, but we'll discover that as we go and experiment with different monsters. Let's get this started. Okay, so as I still don't have access to a bank, I want to clear my inventory space quite a bit, because I want to mine a lot of gold. All of this stuff is very easy to get back, or cheap to buy back, and I'm going to make a lot of money from doing gold, so I'm going to get rid of everything in my inventory. I've equipped my Amulet of Ghost Speak, because that's a pain to get back, and this is going to be redundant for me now, so I'm going to sell that. We are just going to go straight away and start mining some gold and seeing what it's like, but first of all, I need to go back to Lumbridge to unlock the crafting skill again, because I've obviously had it locked in Lumbridge. So let's go ahead and get that redone, and then we'll start our gold mining journey. Here we go, giving XP back to crafting again. This is beautiful. Let's get ourselves over to my favourite place in the world, Alcarid Mine, and start getting some gold ore. But here we go. I'm excited for this because it should be much easier than the old school RuneScape version of the grind. It should be quite AFK actually, and just much quicker in general to get the ore. I mean, I think it's like 3 hits. Yeah, 3 hits for 1, so can't really say no to that. Definitely a much easier journey. It's still a fairly long run, but this is actually quite chill. And then I'm just going to smelt them all here, make them into unstrung amulets, and sell them over there. And that should be pretty good. Wow, they sell for 105 each. So that is nearly 3k in inventory. That's crazy. I'm going to make a bank off this. 20 crafting coming in. Huge. There is 30 crafting coming in. What a beautiful level. That gives us, I believe, yeah, emerald bracelets, which aren't useful for a long time, but still, always good to see a milestone coming in. Just 20 more levels to go until I think I'm going to be done with gold. There we go, just past 100,000 coins in the money pouch. Really nice. And here is 50 mining. Beautiful, my first 50 skill on the RS3 version of this account. And here is 40 crafting. Lovely. Wow, 4,000 resources I've collected. That is crazy. I wonder how high these achievements go. I assume maybe 5,000 is the highest. But yeah, huge. Beautiful. There is 45 crafting. Really, really happy with that one. Nothing special that I can do currently, but just a few levels closer. Oh, I just completely misclicked and activated the lodestone. Did not mean to do that. I was generally just clicking like on here to walk. That is really annoying. Obviously, I'm not going to use it, but yeah, that is really irritating. And for the last little bit of my crafting XP, I am going to do the Goblin Diplomacy quest. I'm going to get all the dyes that I need, and then get myself the Goblin Mail as well. Got myself the red berries here for the red dye. Just need to get the woad leaves from Falador and the onion. Not too certain where to get onion from. I always forget this. I nearly clicked on another lodestone then. Need to be really careful with that. But I'll find it somewhere nearby, I'm sure. Cool, so Wyson is over here in RS3. He's over here near the giant mole boss, which is this thing here. Can you still do it by the chat box, or do you need to have it as... Oh, perfect. 20 coins. More than fair. That's 2. Perfect. There's also a right-click option where you can just sort of input a number and buy that many. Oh, that's stackable in RS3. I don't think they are in RSRS, but that's pretty cool. Anyway, time to get myself some onions. Nice, and I'm pretty sure this is the same. Make dyes like this. Yep, I want a red dye. I want a blue dye. And I want the yellow dye as well. That is everything. Lovely. I need to get my hands on the armour. I am just going to collect this from the village, from the boxes. I can't quite figure out if that was available at launch. On the OSRS version, I just killed goblins to get the drops, I think. I'm just going to get them from the boxes around the village in this version of the game, and that will get me my last level, which then means I can go ahead and go and try and get my hands on the uncut gems. This area is very different indeed. I'm going to ignore those mysterious remains over here, because spoilers. Less said about that the better. I think you need to start the quest before you can search the crates, so let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. Yep, this quest has not changed one bit. Just gotta go and colour the armours, bring them back, and go through the dialogue, and get that lovely crafting XP. Cool, so there's one in here, one behind here, and one up here. Perfect, so I think I just do this, mix red and yellow dyes for the orange, and just do that. I think I can make the blue one while I'm here as well. Perfect. And here we go. He's going to try the normal default brown armor. And let's see. They think it's perfect. Classic quest. Great bit of classic RuneScape humor. And there we go. Crafting XP and a gold bar. 5 quest points as well. That's huge. So with this lamp, that is going to give me the last bit of XP for 50 crafting, which is very, very nice. Which does mean I can now make ruby amulets. Just need to get my hands on a ruby. So I'm going to go hunting hill giants for that ruby. Hope I get lucky and get a diamond and a sapphire as well along the way for the future amulets that I want to make. Let's go ahead and see how our RNG fares. How am I going dry for a chef's hat? How is this even happening? I'm literally about to get a whole level of combat skills without getting a chef hat. This is insane. They definitely drop it as well. I'm certain the level 11 goblins drop it. Oh god, finally that took absolutely ages. Right, time to actually get some food once this update is finished. I was hoping to have my food sorted so I could log off and then come back and get the gem after the update, but that took ages. I'm actually going to kill hobgoblins rather than hill giants, because they also drop the gem drop table, but I can kill them much faster and they deal way less damage. Actually, this will be a lot better for me. Also, I can bury the bones for prayer XP and stare at their voluptuous features. Damn, hit that 500 total level milestone. That is beautiful. Nearly halfway towards the progress of my old school account. Here, my first one, the one I don't need, an emerald. Don't really need an amulet defense, but I'll keep it just in case. Oh, there we go, got the uncut sapphires. That means I've got the amulet of magic ready to go when I unlock that ability. Still no sign of the ruby yet, but we'll keep seeing what we get hold of. I might not be getting lucky with the ruby, but here is 30 prayer, which is really, really nice. Going to save me some grinding. Might as well get this out of the way because I will need 31, I think, to get to the monastery at some point. So very happy with that level. I'm so just enthralled by the features of this goblin. Yeah, someone made the choice to animate that. The less said about that, the better. Holy shit, I got it literally just before I was about to get the prayer level and these levels as well. That is huge. There is my strength amulet sorted. Well, not yet, but you know, the ruby amulet at least. Might as well just polish up the prayer level and the attack and strength levels, I guess. But damn, 1 in 1k drop achieved. I am over the moon. And here with this bone is 31 prayer. That should be, I believe, access to the monastery. Yes, it is. Perfect. Which obviously is not out yet, but will be a future goal. So happy to knock that out. And then not long until I mark out the last of these skills. I'm going to finish up these skills at the hill giants. It's only a few kills, like 2 or 3 kills, I think, maybe a bit more. Just because it's fun and I don't need any more prayer XP for the time being. So let's see. If I get another ruby, I'll be so annoyed. Hey, there we go. 50 in all these skills and 61 combat level, which is great. That's the last of the combat training I'll need to do in all of free-to-play, really, unless I need to grab anything else. So that's pretty big. I'm going to go and get all of my gold bars that I need. I'm going to make 1 of each amulets, and then I'm going to make the rest 2, but I'll sell those, and I'll just keep 1 of each. That was a really weird way of explaining that, but I hope that made sense. So let's go mine ourselves some gold. Cool, here we are, gonna just cut all of these. There we go, beautiful, and these ones too. And this, lovely. Now I think this is easy as just, yep, cool, making the amulet mold like this. Ah, that is lovely, that is. And the emerald ones, I am going to make 1 emerald ring just for a flex to wear in my ring slot for something to fill that with. Beautiful, and there's the ring. Very nice. And then finally, the ruby amulet. Excellent. Man, these sell for a lot. I need to be careful not to sell things I don't want to sell. So I want to sell 1, 2, 3 and keep 1. And I want to sell 1, 2 and keep 1. Beautiful. That's pretty good money. Need to get the wool, which I completely forgot about. So Lumbridge is what I need to do. And here you go. You might be able to hear my cat purring right next to the microphone. But here is my sapphire, emerald, and ruby amulets. That is... Oh, I can't click. That is amazing. Love that. This does mean that, unfortunately, if I get a diamond, I will need to go up and get 70 crafting. But getting a diamond, in terms of how it's possible in RS3 with the methods that were available, is kind of meme grind adjacent. I could use the gem rocks, but that feels a bit too easy compared to what it was. I don't know. It's a bit of a grey area. So we're just going to say if I happen to get a diamond and get really lucky, then I'll do the grind for 70 crafting. But for now, I mean, I'm happy with the amulet of strength, defense, and magic, respectively. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next update. Here's a fun thing about magic equipment. So what used to be the blue skirt is now formally a wizard robe's bottom here, but you can buy from here. It's pretty cool. So the wizard hat, the wizard robe top, and the robe skirt are all legitimate things I can buy, as well as a staff of air. It is beautiful. Now, the amazing thing about this is that I don't technically need any runes, because they got rid of the secondary runes for combat spells. So as much as I am very, very nerfed in terms of what I can do with like equipment, seeing as it's such an equipment-focused combat system, I can at least cast the higher level spells completely for free as it scales up and as I level up. So that's beautiful. I am going to want to get to 48 magic, because then I can boost up to enchant the Amulet of Strength. But I'm going to make these as I go. I need some cosmic runes. I think the best way to grind cosmic runes is going to be actually probably safe spotting hill giants. because they drop it, and then as soon as I get them, I can enchant as I go. I'm pretty sure they should drop water runes as well. If not, I can go and buy them as and when. But yeah, let's do that. I'm very excited for this. I don't think you can wear shields as well as staves in this game, because staves are two-handed, I'm pretty sure. There's another sort of weird change over the years. But I'm absolutely buzzing for this. I'm hoping it should be a fun grind. Hopefully not take too long. Never mind, a slight issue. This hits terribly. This is really slow. I don't think this is actually going to be the best option for me. I might have to kill some lower level things and come back to this, because yeah, this is not going well. So my idea is currently to kill dark wizards, because they seem to have a decent drop rate of cosmic runes and they're quite low level. If this isn't working out, I'll just hopefully try and kill something else, and hopefully that the damage increase from the increased damage of the spells will be enough. But I think without getting better gear, this might be sort of the best I can do. It's possible though, it's not completely impossible, so I'm happy to do the grind. It's just a bit annoying, but it's fine. Nice, got the Fashionscape, and this was out, so hell yeah, I'm actually going to get rid of the wizard hat. This is so much cooler. Nice, second part of the Fashionscape. I actually really hope that the robe bottom was in 2001 as well, because otherwise that's going to be quite annoying. Okay, so I bought the Dark Wizard robe bottom from the Varrock Clothes shop because it's not available to get as a drop for some reason. So I'm looking very, very cool, much cooler than the default one. And I've got myself loads more kebabs because those Dark Wizards do be dealing some serious damage. I'm going to stick with them. They're not dropping anything amazing, but they kill fairly quickly with what I've got, and the XP is not terrible. Plus I'm still getting more prayer XP, which I don't need, but is good to have. Hopefully, when I get the next tier of air spells, Air Bolt, in 1 level's time, I'm going to see more damage, but I think the most important thing in RS3 really is the weapon. So it's going to be a barrier for a very, very long time for this account, unfortunately. Okay, 17 magic. I'm going to give Air Bolt a go and see if the damage is better. Let's see. That's not a good sign. It's marginally better, I guess. Not dramatically so, though. Okay, yeah, that's confirmed my suspicion that the increase in spells is not going to do a whole lot for me, unfortunately, but is what it is. We'll keep powering through here. We'll see how it goes. 50 constitution coming in. Very, very nice. Hey, and there's 20 magic. No sign of cosmic runes yet, which is sad. But I guess they are fairly rare, so should be expected, really. Hopefully I get them pretty soon. And literally the kill after I get 20 magic, there are my cosmic runes. That is amazing. I think all I need to do is get, a water rune, which I'll go and buy now. And then I'll get my Amulet of Magic straight away, which is pretty cool, actually. Let's go ahead and get that sorted. Beautiful. Literally just like this and like this. Amazing. Amulet of Magic. That is beautiful. This should actually be way better in terms of increasing damage than just the spell alone. I'm pretty sure this will give me a pretty decent damage boost, actually, so really happy with that. Let's keep going. I will want some more cosmic runes, because even though defense amulet is useless, as I found out on old school, I still want to do it, just for the fact of doing it, so we'll keep on going. Hey, perfect, there's more cosmic runes, and also got some lore runes as well, which are pretty much like gold dust right now. With this, that will be all the cosmic runes I need to enchant everything that I have, and potentially another amulet as well, if I were to get lucky and get a diamond, so I'm pretty content with this. I will find something else to train on then, because I don't think I need anything more than this. Might do goblins, might go back to hill giants, we'll figure it out. I think my plan is going to be on Alcarid warriors. These guys are right by the kebab shop, so I can heal if needs be. Also, it's just very old school, isn't it? These things are level 18, they have okay-ish drops, nothing amazing obviously, but bones is a good start, and coins and stuff. So this is probably going to be my zone, just to get up to 30 magic, maybe even higher, we'll see. I do want to get to hill giant at some point, just because I think that is going to be the best, but that weapon is still limiting us a little bit. But for now, this will do. Okay, so I think my training of choice is going to be something quite old school. I just dropped my phone. I'm going to train the Alcarid warriors. They don't deal much damage, they don't drop anything remotely good, but it's pretty quick to kill them. They have 30 XP per kill for magic, which is pretty good, especially with how quick they die. And worst case scenario, if I do need to heal, kebabs are right there, so this is a pretty good spot. I used to kill these all the time as a kid, so this is a pretty nostalgic place for me to be. 27 magic, which is lovely. That means I can get my defense amulet, which is beautiful. Again, not really useful, but nice to have. Just got my ruby amulet left to enchant. Shouldn't take me too long. I'm going to hold that here till about 30 magic-ish, and then we'll try something a bit tougher. Beautiful, there is 30 magic. I'm probably going to move on back to hobgoblins, I think, because they had slightly better drops. Runes and things like that these guys aren't dropping. The advantage of these guys obviously is they're very close to the kebabs, so that's going to be a bit annoying if I need to restock food. But also hopefully I'll figure out how best to take on hill giants if the spells get strong enough to do so. I am noticing a slight increase here in my magic damage go up with my levels, but not a huge amount. Okay, yes, it does seem the spell does have an impact, obviously, as well as my level. Not as much as a weapon would, obviously, but this is actually okay. So I'm not going to get the prayer XP, which is a shame, but this is good magic XP. It's like over 100 magic XP per kill, and I can save spot them, which is very cool. And with the increased damage, it's not as ridiculous. It's still fairly slow, but honestly, this is alright. This isn't too terrible. So this is going to be my method. Interestingly, the secondaries used for things like curses. So like, for example, if I was to curse this guy, it's actually pretty good magic XP, and it increases damage to them for a whole minute, which is pretty good. I actually might start picking these up and using them just for the extra XP boost, because it can't really hurt, can it? Same as body runes and mind rune stuff. Like, it's worth the extra XP boost if they're just dropped for free. Death runes are pretty much useless for me for a long time, but I'll pick them up anyway just in case. It's just interesting how much magic has changed. I think it's interesting. I don't know if I like it or dislike it. I feel indifferent about it, really. But yeah, quite interesting. Excuse my health being this low. I will go restock on food, but there is 40 magic. Very, very, very nice. One level away from my next tier of spell, and only 7 levels, I think, from when I can boost up. Yeah, 7 levels, so pretty nice. I'm going to run back to Alcarid. I am going to try teleporting for the first time on RS3. Oh, I'm lagging. Great. I'm going to go Lumbridge, get to Alcarid, and then teleport straight back to Varrock to save ourselves some time. Thought that'd be fun to do. Not getting many lore runes though, so that's a bit concerning, because I don't want to go crazy on the old teleports, but yeah, hopefully we get some more while we're grinding away. There we go, being very laggy today, but for the first time, teleporting straight to Lumbridge. Beautiful. Unfortunately, that's an achievement unlock sound, I think. Yes, it is. That's fine, but that is so much nicer. And then when I do teleport back to Varrock, that is going to be absolutely insane. Holy shit, there's a Tavily teleport on this game. I don't think that was in whole school. That was a very, very new thing, I think. Weird. Okay, well, I guess I'll never really need to use that, but still, pretty interesting. Also, very, very quickly have got myself another Amulet of Magic, just because I got the drops for it. So, figured, can't complain about the Magic XP. And hopefully this should sell for a good amount too, if I go to the general store now. Oh, there's another achievement, unfortunately. But yeah, in the general store here, it should be a decent sell. Let's have a look. Where is it? Oh, 270. Not that good, but oh well. I'll take it. Back to the Hill Giants we go for the next stage of the grind. And there we go with 41 magic, which means I can now use Air Blast. Let's have a look at how much this actually improves everything. So, not by much, it doesn't seem. In fact, it doesn't seem to affect it at all. That's quite annoying, actually. I guess we'll have to see if it's different in practice, but that's really irritating. Oh well, that's disappointing. That's my second ruby. That's annoying, but it is what it is. I won't complain, I guess. There we go, got myself a ruby ring to replace my emerald one, just for the unseeable fashionscape. It's pretty nice. Hey, there is 47 magic achieved. That should be everything I need in order to get myself over to Falador and get my Amulet of Strength, which is beautiful. It was much quicker than it took in old school, so I'm very happy about that. Here we go, I'm pretty sure it's the same thing. I'll try the Mind Bomb. There we go. Oh, I don't think I actually got the runes to do this, did I? That's really annoying. Well, I've got gold back to Varrock. Ugh, I always do this, I'm so dumb. Okay, let's try that again. Just 5 fire runes, I think it was. Oh, yeah, I need to actually drink it. Cool, drink this, and then very, very quickly enchant this. Beautiful. 59 XP and an Amulet of Strength. Amazing. This means my melee setup is formally complete. Beautiful. Super happy about that. I am over the moon. If I happen to get a diamond, I'll happily do some more of that. That wasn't too bad at all. The crafting would be the worst bit, but the magic would be completely fine. So I am going to move on to the next update. Perfect. Oh boy, this video is getting long and I'm getting very, very tired. Let's try and get through this as fast as we can. The next unlock is on the 11th of June 2001. This gives us the island of Karamja and the fishing skill. The Karamja unlocks with the Pirate's Treasure quest, which will give us access to Musa Point, as well as also will take us around the map a little bit to complete a few different tasks. The quest points are the main thing we need from this. We need every quest point we can get to do Dragon Slayer. Once we've done that, we want to get 50 fishing to fish the new swordfish, as well as 45 cooking to cook it. Along the way, we'll encounter the different kinds of fish that were added to the game and cook them as we go. I still haven't unlocked banks yet, so I will be cooking and dropping or selling as I go, but in the future I'll now have access to a very, very good method of getting food for the account. Let's go ahead and get fishing. Here we are in beautiful Port Sarim. Only one thing to do as my first thing, and that is to start Pirate Treasure. This will be my introduction to Karamja itself. So we'll go ahead and get this started. I'm pretty sure this quest is the exact same as it is in old school, other than he's been updated, I guess, for the new pirate quests. But I am pretty excited to get my hand on some fishing. It'll be a nice AFK thing to do. And it shouldn't take that long, I don't think. It wasn't that long on old school either, so should be quite a quick grind. Perfect, nice and straightforward to start. Gonna go and get myself over to Karamja, Ashdale. Okay, I'm not gonna ask questions about that. Just gonna pay my fare here and get myself over to Musa Point. There's a little boat cutscene every time that you travel on a boat, which is interesting. It looks kind of cool. But I hope that's toggleable, because that is really irritating. Yes, it is. Thank goodness for that. I'm going to turn that right off and never look at that ever again. This place looks cool as hell, though. The trees look beautiful. Looks really, really good overall. I'm not seeing the tree to cut down to cook like I was having in old school, which is a bit of a problem, I think. Damn, the volcano looks crazy, actually. This looks really good, really weird, but there's dead trees over here. Perfect, that makes my life a lot easier. Right, I think his name's like Zambo or something like that. It'll be in here somewhere. There he is, Zembo, close enough. I need your beautiful bottle of Karamjan rum. Amazing, and then I need to go pick a bunch of bananas. Grand, nice and easy. He'll just allow me to smuggle the rum back through to avoid the wrath of the customs officer. There we go, rum is stashed. I think what I've got to do is talk to him and then he'll tell me that it's all good. Perfect, and he'll pay me. That's amazing. In which case, back to Port's room we go. Amazing, there we go. Let me have a look around. I'm pretty sure it's in the banana one. Yep, amazing. Smuggled rum, successful. No, I don't want a banana. I wonder if you can quit this job. Are you going to pay me yet? Not yet. Okay, yeah, no, cool. I'm just going to walk away then. I value my labour. Nice. Give me the key to go all the way back to Varrock and then to Falador afterwards, which is a bit of running around because I don't have any lore runes left, but it is what it is. Luckily, it is much quicker on here than it is on the way I play old school, so back very soon. This quest hasn't really changed that much. I mean, excuse all this in there, but in terms of the actual quest itself, I'm quite glad about that, because I don't mind the quest change or being updating or anything like that, but This quest is one I hold very close to my childhood, very specifically. Like, I really enjoyed this as a kid. I did it without a guide as a kid and just stumbled around figuring it out and had a great time with it. So I'm really glad that some of the really old stuff is still here, even if a lot of these quests were not the same, or in the case of Stolen Hearts, completely new to replace the old. So yeah, this makes me really happy. I take it back, this has been changed. The graphics are different. Ceradwin faces where X marks a spot, and it's this little thing here. It's still functionally the same thing, just technically it's changed a little bit. Sit noob. But yeah, there is the quest completed. Wait, what? Got to dig again? Oh yeah, there you go. There's the quest completed, which gives me my terrible reward of a gold ring and an emerald. I'll be selling that immediately. But anyway, time to start fishing. Because I'm going to want to get my hands, as I did in old school, on the swordfish. Right here. Perfect. Cool, another new skill to unblock. Let me have a look. I can now add fishing to my list of skills. That is amazing. Feels really, really good. I think I've got this all right. Nothing else I've missed. No, that's everything. Perfect. Let's go start fishing. Perfect. And we're doing this very old school right in Lumbridge Swamp. Let's get ourselves some shrimps. This feels great. I mean, I got the Provider of Misthalin achievement for collecting loads of things around Misthalin. And also, this is pretty quick, actually. I'm also not very far away from cooking it over there. So that's going to be some decent cooking XP as well to add to my list of things on my stat screen, which is cool. I think I have quite a high cooking level by the time this is all over. But yeah, we're going to be here till I think 5, and then we're going to get some bait from Port Sarim and try sea bait fishing, which is nice. All the way up to 20, where we'll try. I don't think fly fishing was out yet. Let me just double check. Don't know what I'm talking about. Absolutely, it was. I'm just going to try fly fishing after that, which I'm going to do probably in the river over here in Lumbridge, just because that's nice. So yeah, this is going to be pretty chill. Beautiful, 5 fishing achieved. That means I can move on to bait fishing. So it's time to get myself onto Port Sarim, get some bait, and get started. Perfect, there we go. Bait fishing in the same place I did on old school. A little bit of deja vu for myself from a few months ago. But this is hopefully going to be quite quick. 10 fishing, that's my first level milestone already. Gonna just keep doing this, I guess, and I'll switch to fly fishing at 20, and then lobsters at 40. So really, really easy. 20 fishing, really, really nice. On to fly fishing I go. 40 cooking is achieved. That is really, really nice. I don't know what level I'll get to with this grind. Probably like, I don't know, like 56 or something like that. That should a guess, but we'll see. Okay, so first of all, you see that I've cleared my inventory of anything that would be quite easy to get back. So like the wizard robes and the staff, I can just buy equivalents and that's fine. And the water runes I got rid of because I can buy those too. I have kept things that are a pain, like anything with gems or anything like that. But yeah, there is 30 fishing. That means salmon will come in now, which are great. That will improve my fishing XP quite a bit. But yeah, just want to try and give myself as much space as I can in order to be a bit more efficient with my XP. Don't want to be sort of going back and forth to cook and sell my fish every 2 minutes. I want to be able to do a bit of AFK work, so yeah, that's the meaning behind this, and I'm pretty happy with it. 40 fishing achieved. This gives me the chance to cage fish for lobsters, which is, I would say, a pretty iconic thing to do. Really, really buzzing about that. Oh, not net fish, cage fish, there we go. And my first lobster straight away. Really happy about that. I'll power through this to 50. I think lobsters are pretty quick in general, so pretty happy about that. This feels very old school, just communally sitting around a fire, cooking lobster. This is what early RuneScape was all about. 50 cooking, sneaking in. And I was super AFK, but there is 50 fishing. That is lovely. With luck, I'll get very lucky and get a swordfish very quickly. But yeah, beautiful to see here. Another flashing screen. I am absolutely over the moon about that. And here we go, cooking my swordfish, beautiful. Pretty good XP as well, 140 per individual fish, not bad at all. I am going to take these, kill Lesser Demon, and then we are done with the Carantra update. It's quite funny to ignore this big thing, go down this little rubbish hole here. But let's go down and see what it looks like. Yeah, this definitely seems not as cool as the rest of the game. The lava looks worse. It's definitely got that 2009 kind of sheen to it. But we'll kill one of these guys and we will call that an update. Nice, really good XP drop there as well. Perfect. That's a good amount of coins too, 1,000. Lovely. Didn't even need any of the food, but that is okay. I'm really happy with that. What a fun little time that was. There is one update I forgot about, so here is me getting some cowhide because tailoring came out. This is me making some leather armor. Completely forgot I had to do this to complete June. It's not really the biggest update in the world, but technically is range best in slots, so figured it was worth doing. This is pretty much useless, but I can't really use RuneScape Body and Rune Medhelm like I can in OSRS because it will completely tank me in this game. I need actual range gear to be able to actually use the style. So here we go. Here's the range gear I'll have to use for any range combat I do going forward. This update is pretty small in theory, but gives us some pretty good gear. We've unlocked silver rocks, which allow us to make unblessed holy amulets. We also unlocked the monastery, which with 31 prayer we can access in order to enchant the holy amulet to give a bit of a prayer boost. I got the silver ore, made it into a bar, picked up a holy mold as well, which as per my exceptions added to my tool belt, made the unstrung symbol. I'm also going to pick up an amulet of accuracy as well, as I unlock banks pretty soon and want all the best in slot amulets I can get my hands on. Finally found a use for this spinning wheel in Barbarian Village to spin a ball of wool. And then finally, once I had the holy amulet with 31 prayer, accessed the monastery. I also picked up the monk's robes while I was here. Probably not going to be useful, I haven't even used them once on old school, but any prayer bonus I'll take. You never know when it's going to be useful, especially for longer trips, long slayer tasks, maybe some bossing. Who knows, there may be a niche use for it. But here I am enchanting my holy amulet, ready to complete this update and move on. Nice and simple, let's keep going. Next up we have the 26th of July 2001. This gives us the upgrade to banks where we can now include items in there. Previously you could only store gold coins in there to keep your hard earned money safe, but now you can store up to 48 items, which is very useful. This also gives us a new tier of weapons, Runite. I can now get rune plate legs, a rune shaped body and a rune medium helmet. Originally the rune medium helmet you could only get by killing lesser demons, but on this game that isn't the case, you have to buy this, so I'm going to buy it from the Champions Guild instead. This is going to be huge, the best gear you can get in free to play as far as I'm aware in terms of melee gear, so I'm going to be rocking this for quite a while. And now finally a bit of content that we should in theory be able to sink our teeth into. It is the Wilderness, releasing on the 13th of August 2001. I say theoretically because in the modern RS3 game it's been completely redone and a lot of the original content I would normally have to do is no longer there. It's actually a very dangerous place, very high level monsters. In terms of the free to play area we have, not really a huge amount of danger nor content. One notable exception we can no longer do is the Muddy Chest. There are no longer Chaos Dwarves in the RS3 Wilderness. We have to wait until we access Taverley Dungeon to get Chaos Dwarves, who drop the Muddy Key so we can open the Muddy Chest. The only actual thing we get here is the addition of Runite Ore, which means we can smith a Rune Full Helm. Originally this would have only been possible to get from Greater Demons, or by smithing it I suppose, but now as Greater Demons only drop Salvage, we do need to construct this for ourselves. We are going to explore the full region, and the only real content upgrade I want to do is use the Runite Ore to make that Rune Full Helm. There was a hidden update on this date for the Mining Guild as well, which gives us a bit of a better place to mine Runite, as I don't know if there's anywhere in the actual wilderness to mine that. I will explore, but we know we've got the Mining Guild, which is pretty safe. Let's go explore and see what's changed about the RS3 Wilderness. So I tried this as a method. It's good for crafting, which I'll need in the future, but honestly not my preferred way. Gold will be a bit faster than this, like 3,000. I think I'm just going to go for adamant, is what it is. There is 60 mining, which is really nice. It gives access to the Mining Guild, which is beautiful. This means I am able to get rune pretty easily. It also unlocks the new tiers of ore that are released with the sort of reverb of mining and smithing, as well as a dragon pickaxe and all sorts of weird things that I don't have to worry about for a very long time. But yeah, 60 mining achieved. This is my method. I'm running back and forth from this bank over here into this furnace and making myself adamant ore. just like this. Hopefully this will work. Yep, perfect. And then when I've smelted all my bars, I will run them over to Doric's anvil over there. Unfortunately, I can't really avoid making extra bars. They're going to be my metal bank, but I'll just ignore them because, you know, it technically wasn't available to do that at the time, so we'll pretend that didn't happen. Hey, there we go, 50 smithing coming in. This is huge. This means I can now go ahead and mine and smelt and forge some rune. I'll just leave this last one, not bothered about that. I am going to go mine the rune in the wilderness. Then I'm going to go to the Miners Guild to get the Luminite. And then we're going to make ourselves a rune full helmet. And also a rune kite shield as well to get the full look. I need to wait for the plate body still, unfortunately, until Dragon Slayer, but before we do that, we're going to go take our rune gear and our food and explore the wilderness and see what it looks like on this game. Here we are going into the mining guild for the first time. Oh, there is our achievement. Mostly only need rune, in fact that's all I really need from here, and then I need to go back through there to grab the, what's it called, the Luminite. But yeah, we're going to get 4 of these because we need 2 for the helm and 2 for the shield, because the plate body we're just going to buy, old school style. But yeah, this is really cool, mining runite this early into the account. I love it. Here we go, making our rune bars. This is really cool, actually. I'm going to run to Doric's anvil and get these made, but I am so excited to have that full rune set looking perfect. Here we go with the beautiful full rune with the chain body. I actually really like the chain body. I think I said that earlier, but looks unreal. Obviously I don't have the boots or the gloves because that wasn't possible yet, but yeah, I'm really into this. I'm gonna grab my cape, which I think I accidentally got rid of, and head into the wilderness. Let's get going and exploring. Here we go, crossing the wilderness wall, not a ditch. This is exciting. So I can't get the muddy chest because I need chaos dwarves for that. So I think as soon as I unlock Tablet Dungeon, I can go ahead and do that. So that's something to do for later. There's some runite rocks over there, which is fun. Of course, no PvP in the wilderness by default, which is interesting. I don't think there's a huge amount for me to really do. It looks amazing, obviously. The wilderness looks incredible. The obelisk I can't use. Yeah, this place looks unreal. But there's just no content here for me. Nothing for me to do. I could go and kill a greater demon, I guess. In fact, yeah, let's go do that. Whoa. That's very fucking cool. That looks amazing. I mean, that is definitely something plot lore related. Oh my god, that looks amazing. Yeah, let's kill one of these. These demons look crazy. Like, look at that. What a cool design. I really like the look of this. This area and these demons. They look terrifying, to be honest. It's a really cool effect. The colouring of the limbs and the purple and the reds looks absolutely great. I will pick that up because I can sell it. But yeah, this place is crazy. I'm going to run away before I die because I did forget to bring any food. But yeah, what a cool place. Man, the zombies look amazing. Really cool graphics. Honestly, the trees look fantastic. Like, it's really crowded, but it does feel like a sprawling forest that's just really fucking dangerous. It's really cool. This place looks cool. The walls look amazing. Honestly, it feels more dangerous than the old school wilderness, even though you can't PvP by default. This is just, it's really impressive. I really like what they've done with it. Man, look at the lava here. Looks absolutely crazy. I love it. There's more demons over there. The ones that I killed on old school for the rune full helm. Obviously no need to do that because I can make it on this game. Really cool. The snow looks great as well. So I can't go through that wall because of it being members and not out yet. But damn, look at these little craters and stuff. And whoever this guy is, a bank. Oh, cool. Well, I mean, they weren't out yet, but wow. Honestly, pretty blown away by this entire place. I mean, these cool little camps and stuff. They make it feel like it's really like a dangerous place people have been traveling and have been driven out of or have abandoned. There's hellhounds here, which are kind of terrifying for my level. This is the lava maze, I think. Yeah, it is. Man. What a cool upgrade this was. Necrite, it's always crazy. Look at it. Look at this cool ass rock. Man, okay, I really like this. I know I keep saying, but holy shit. What a cool update. 10,000 resources from, I guess, gathering skills. That is crazy. Especially because I've done this so AFK. But yeah, not far off being done now. Just a few thousand XP. And then we'll be on to finishing up this year. And there we go, 50 woodcutting achieved. That is my rune hatchet that I can go and smith now. And that will be the last thing I need to do before I go and do Dragon Slayer. Let's get it done. And there we go, there is the rune hatchet. Let's see how it looks. It looks beautiful. And we're going to add that straight to the tool belt. And go sell this one. Perfect. Let's go do Dragon Slayer. That's correct, we only have one update remaining, the legendary Dragon Slayer. Feared Elvarg has destroyed Crandor in the past, and we're going to go slay her, claim her head, and take our place as part of the Champions Guild, and wear the legendary rune plate body. This quest is functionally the same as it is in Old School. It's such an iconic quest, and completing it and wielding the rune plate body is our final update of 2001, and then we can move on to 2002. Overall, this journey has been amazing. I've seen the highs of RuneScape 3, I've seen the classic content that has remained the same, and I've seen some content that has been changed that I disagree with, but all in all, it's been beautiful to see how much of the original RuneScape identity still remains. Let's get this final quest done and complete our RuneScape 3 2001 journey. Just grabbing these planks, don't mind me, pretend I'm not even here. One thing that I want to buy before I do this is what used to be called the Cape of Champions, which you get for entering the Champions Guild. Goodbye normal red cape, hello beautiful blue Cape of Champions. Let's get this quest started. Mighty and perilous quest only for the most powerful champions, and the right to wear the legendary rune plate body, even though that's not the case anymore. But still, let's get this accepted. Cool, after a quick run to Edgeville, here is Oziak. He's looking beautiful. His purple cape, damn, looks nice. And his rune plate body, which I want to get my hands on. Cool, that's all my talking to the guildmaster done. I'm going to get my hand on all the things I need. I'm going to start by getting the anti-dragon shield from the Duke in Lumbridge. Then we're going to get the map sorted out. And then we'll sort out the boat last. I think that's my order of operations. Perfect, there we go. Got myself an anti-dragon shield, which looks like this. Huh. It's a pretty interesting design. It's not as fluorescent orange as the one in Old School. I like the sort of scratches down it. It makes it feel used. Dragon pictures may be a bit corny, but overall looks pretty cool. Anyway, let's go get the map pieces. Cool, here we are in Port Zarim, and we're going to buy the Lady Lumbridge, I think. I will need to do some repairs on her, but yeah, it's a really cool looking boat. I like the, whatever it's called, the sort of thing at the front. Looks really cool. 2,000 coins, what bargain. Thank you very much, sir. Let's have a speak with Camboy Jenkins, see what he has to say. Let's go back to shore. We're already at shore. That's really weird. Huh. What the hell? I think on here I've got to do some repairs like this. Yep, perfect. Is there another hole somewhere? Or is that the only one? I think that's the only one. I think that's good to go. Cool. Whoa. The ice fiends have changed a lot. They look a lot more like demons and less like sort of shards of ice. Really interesting. I mean, this quest is functionally the same as the old one. There's a few aesthetic changes, but the actual gameplay is identical. It's pretty similar to like Pirate's Treasure and the Knight's Sword, where the actual quest has remained very similar. They've just sort of adapted the aesthetics around it, which is pretty cool. Here we go. I'm not going to drink it, I'm going to use it. And then we're going to use this, and then we're going to use this, and that should be everything. Hell yeah, that looks really cool. Love the animation. This place always looked crazy to me. I never quite understood what the hell was going on, but I love it. Anyway, let's get my hands on this map piece. And hello. I'll search it. There we go. Perfect. First of 3 map pieces. Let's get the next one. This is a prime example of new building. Crafting Guild looks really nice. Beautiful stonework. Love the wood. Textures are beautiful. to sort of the old school version where it's just the I think 2009 HD update, 2008, whatever it was. That looks very different indeed. So interesting to see the difference. Honestly, I don't know which one of these drops what. I'm just going to kill them all and one of them has to drop it. Yeah, of course it's the last one. And I feel like I'm very overpowered for this quest, but I'm not complaining. And here is good old Melzar the Mad. Oh my god, he's voice acted. I want to hear this shit.
Let me drink my tea in peace.
I love that he's voice acted. Why is no one else in this quest voice acted? Just him. That's so weird. Right, time to fight the Lesser Demon. Oh damn, he's got like blades for hands, like bone, sort of like serrated bone. That's so cool. It also died in like 2 seconds, but still. Thank you for the key. And I think it is in... Where is it? Oh, there it is. Perfect, I'm done. This should be the map piece. Yes, there we go. Beautiful, one more to go. No good way to get lore runes, unfortunately. I've got to buy it with 10k. Tragic. Never done that. Always just done telegrab, but 10k is not very much, so is what it is. I think now I can just use these together. Beautiful. Love that. Let's go give this to Ned in Draenor, and then we have everything we need to go and slay Elvarg. Beautiful. Thanks, Ned. Giving the map. Time to get going. I'm probably just going to try out this level of food, to be honest. I think this should be enough. I can't really be that bothered to go and fish some more right now. I just want to get this done. I'm itching to play old school again, if I'm completely honest, so let's give it a try. Worst case scenario, then we can always go get some more and do a second attempt, but to be honest, I think I've got the gear, I've got the stats, I've got the anti-dragon shield. We should be fine. Let's see how it goes. Oh, I like this little boat map cutscene. It's funny how it skips the old sort of like RSHD graphics, the RuneScape 2 ones. This looks very aged. It's weird they haven't updated this. It's such an iconic quest. I think they'd go back and just give the visuals a once over. This looks fucking awful compared to I mean, look, you can see the new water there. Oh no. Oh, that looks so bad. That's a shame. It's a real shame because this game's really pretty when it wants to be. This is just super, super ugly. The boat's not even the same boat. It's like an ugly ass old boat. Oh, come on, RuneScape. You can do better than that. Yeah, and the fire looks like old school as well, which is fine, but it's when you can see the RS3 water in the background, it looks lame. It looks just really bad. Cool. This is going to be quite useful, actually. Easy place to get rune. Moss Giants are here. That's a decent place to train, I guess. Lesser Demons up here, which I don't need anything for. Because they don't drop any gear anymore that I need anyway. Just, I think, black gear, but that's not useful to me with rune. Let's go see what it looks like down here. Ah, classic cutscene. Love it. Really like the silhouette on the wall. Elvarg looks really cool. Love the update to Elvarg. Let's go climb in. Perfect. So climb over wall. Hoping this is enough food. Should be fine. And let's have a go. Oh damn, she hits pretty hard. She has a lot of hit points. Okay, I don't think I've got enough food. That's fine, we'll see how it goes. And there we go, I had pretty much exactly enough food. Clean myself out, but I get the beautiful, beautiful cutscene of tearing the head off. Nice. Look at that stump. Hell yeah. Love it. Let's get the hell out of here. And of course, we are going to use the secret exit over here. This was available in RuneScape Classic, I double checked, so gonna go through. Probably going to be an achievement. Yep, there we go. And get ourselves back over to Varrock, hand the quest in, and get myself a rune plate body. Can't wait. Here we go. Dragon Slayer done. Get the lamps, get the rune plate body. Do I just get it? Oh, I just get it. I have to buy it. That's beautiful. Let's, first of all, before we do anything, get the XP sorted. 18.6k strength. Just one level at this point, but I'll take it. Absolutely beautiful. Just so I don't forget, I will get rid of these just so I'm still staying equal. And then, of course, the most important thing, the rune plate body. Ah, it looks great. I actually really like the modern rune look. It's not as iconic as the old school one, of course, but this is probably the one of the better looking low level armors. Looks really, really cool. And that is our journey completed. And what did we learn? That honestly, RuneScape 3 has still got a lot of the old RuneScape charm to it. Yes, there's a lot that's changed about the world, and of course the newer combat system I didn't investigate at all. But playing it this way with legacy combat and trying the oldest content, it wasn't that different from my old school RuneScape journey. Yes, I did skip one grind, I didn't do as much crafting, and of course it was a lot faster because of the convenience of running, and a few other small details about the map that made my journeys much quicker. Overall, I had an absolute blast playing RuneScape 3, and I still think it's a fair game to give a try. I'm actually very excited for this game's future. I had an absolute blast playing this game in this style, and with the removal of Treasure Hunter coming soon thanks to the latest poll, I think it's going to be a really, really good future for this game, and I really recommend giving it a try. Even playing like this, I still found some nice differences to old school that I preferred, some that I didn't like as much, but that's the beauty of having two games to choose from. You still have the feeling of RuneScape, with the modern twist to it, especially visually. I had a great time. And isn't that the most important thing? Having fun. I love old school RuneScape. It's one of my favourite games, if not my favourite game of all time, and it will always be my home game. And of course, I'm looking forward to making more from launch old school RuneScape content. But if you enjoyed this and thought it was a worthwhile journey, I'd love to make more RuneScape 3 content in the future in the from launch game style, perhaps trying other years where interesting things have changed, or even if it's the same, just experiencing those grinds again through a different lens. Either way, let me know what you think, and I'd love to play RuneScape 3 people in the future. Happy gaming! Thank you so much for anyone that watched this far. I really appreciate your time. Please subscribe if you had fun and want to see more content like this. I love making content in this older, slower sort of progress video style. If that's a style you really enjoy, then please let me know. If you want me to try anything else, absolutely leave a comment below as well with your thoughts on the journey and with the RuneScape 3 versus old school comparison. And of course, a massive shout out to both Digimart and Lucy the Goosey for their channel membership. I really appreciate the support. If you want to support the channel, you can do so on the button below. Even just watching and giving me your time is all I could ever ask for, so please, no pressure at all to support that way if you're not able to. Thank you so much to everyone for everything, and have a wonderful rest of your day.